Well, good morning, y'all. This has been sitting at my neighbor's for the entire 10 years that I've lived here. It hasn't moved an inch. Abandoned pretty much. I mean, I've talked to the guy that owns it. He says it runs, but it's underpowered, leaks a lot of fluids, and he says it's basically worth scrap value. I believe this to be an Insley H-1500. Weighs in, I think, around 80,000 pounds. It's a big tractor, and this bucket's almost to my neck. It's quite a machine. It amazes me when a machine just gets taken out of service like that. I don't know what the capacity of that bucket is, but shoot, it's a lot. Looks like you could fit a couple of semi-truck motors in that thing. I had considered, seeing if you wanted to sell it. I don't know what the heck you would do with it. It's obviously an oversized load. Machine's not beat up too awfully bad. I mean, this thing is just massive construction-wise. Freaking, those steel beams are probably close to 2 inches thick. Huge machine. The cylinders don't look like they're worn badly. I considered seeing if he'd let me do a willet run on it, just cycle everything and get fluid through everything and get some oil on the cylinders, and they can't sit here for too long and the cylinders get all pitted up. At that point, the thing's just junk. It's a pretty cool machine. My neighbor's a good dude. He has a weird sentimental attachment to stuff, but so do I suppose. Look at this cool spider. That thing's big. He's probably about 2 inches from tip of his toe to other tip of his other toe. And somebody's made some nice modifications to get to the controls. A lot of glass knocked out of it. I don't know what the control setup are on these. Back when I was in construction, I operated a lot of machines that had cat controls, which was funny because you get on one that they had like the John Deere type controls, or any other machine, different setup, and look like an idiot up there trying to move stuff around. This thing's got junk stacked all around it. Kind of hard to maneuver around. All right, I'm gonna jump down. Hopefully I won't hurt myself. Ugh. Or disturb my spider friend. These tracks on here are probably 3 feet wide. She's a big machine. Obviously been sitting here for a long time. I'd say probably 20 years, something like that. Ouch. These are hard on the knees. She has had some rough use. No telling what critters might be in here. Nothing. I don't really know anything about these machines, but as with any tractor, I like them. Still got the cap on it. Muffler's not all rotted out, so I would expect it would probably run. Big hydraulic tank. Can't tell if it's got fluid in it or not. I think it does. Big battery connections. There's a lot of room in this machine. You get in there and walk around. It's overall not in bad shape. It's been painted several times over, which that actually helps quite a bit keep it everything lubed up and moving around. I'm gonna set this down and get on the roof. All right, I'm up here. Got one of the hatches opened. It's quite a ways up here. I'd probably say at least 9 or 10 feet. As far as old battered equipment goes, this thing's really not terrible. I would love to operate a machine this big. A lot of you guys out there that probably operated these back in the day or operate bigger stuff than this wouldn't get amused by that, but biggest thing I've ever operated was a Cat 308, I think. That and backhoes and stuff. This thing has, as you can see, a Detroit diesel. That kind of surprised me. I mean, I don't know what year the machine this is, but I thought the Detroits were a little newer, but like I said, I know nothing about these. A big control cable disconnected there. Not sure what that operated. But I don't know the condition of this motor. He swears it'd run. It's got the starter in place. Looks like most of the wiring. Cooling system's intact. Radiator's freaking huge. Looks like it had some accessory bolted right there. Not sure what's missing. It's got the alternator. I don't know if this motor is original to it. Very well could be. I don't know if this is a industrial engine, or I would imagine it is. Got a pretty tall case in the back. I don't know if these are also used in semis or what. But look at all the hydraulic hoses, and it would be pretty easy to work on as long as you weren't down there trying to get the hoses off the bottom. Thought that's kind of funny. A welded in unistrut rack. I ran a lot of that back when I did electric work. Battery cables are all intact. It's kind of cool how they ran all the metal piping. No idea what condition the hydraulic driver motors or anything like that would be in, but it's pretty cool. Here's a view on the other side of the machine. It's missing some of the step there. I think that the old man that bought this originally had probably planned on using it with his dump truck company. As you can see, his big rig's transmission sitting there. 13 or 15 speed, something like that. I'm not super knowledgeable on them. Gears are looking a little munchy. I don't think the weather is kind to stuff like this. It's left open. Anyways, back to the tractor. I love all the access panels in this thing. Shut that. It's got steps right here on the side to climb up. I don't see a data plate on it. I don't know where it would be. size of this freaking counterweight. Oh, yep, that is a 1500-C. Just a massive beast. You know, the old Insleys had the casting, the name cast right in the back. I love watching the old dragline machines, like I think Frank had a 73 Diamond Rio, I think is the name of it, and Jonathan W's done one, and Watch West work. They're doing that, I'll watch them all day. And got some waspers up there ready to get me. The size of that bolt. I'm shooting this early in the morning. It's supposed to be upper 90s today, and I ain't feeling that. Coming out here and it's that hot. With it bright out, you can't see very well anyways. Ground clearance under there is probably 2 feet, close to it. I don't even know what the value of a machine like this would be. I mean, as far as money goes. May very well be scrap weight, but 80,000 pounds, about what this machine weighs. That's a lot of scrap weight. But how would you get it there? I mean, how the heck would you load the sucker if it didn't run? Which would be, to me, a shame if this thing ever did wind up at the junkyard. But I just have a thing for old machines. You'd know that by now. You have already subscribed to my channel. But I just thought I'd give everybody a look at this thing. Just abandoned behind the tire rack. Well, let me know what you think about the old beast. And as always, like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I really appreciate everybody subscribing. The channel's growing real fast. So, still a little tiny channel, but people subscribing, commenting, makes me want to do more of it. So, I appreciate it.